Hello everyone and welcome to part 3 of our video lesson 3, Choice as a Tool for Autonomy. My name is Vanusa Palacio, I'm an academic coordinator, and once again, thank you so much for being here with me. Well, in our second part of, we talked about the concept of autonomy, and we discussed that it runs alongside with the concept of control. So the more controlling the teacher, the less autonomous the students, and the other way around. So let's, as teachers, offer our students more opportunities to choose, to exchange, to decide, to solve problems, and also to build a lesson with us. So let me just share the screen here with you. Well, as I said, the more controlling the teacher, the less autonomous the student. So, and the less controlling the teacher, the more autonomous the student. So how can we be less controlling? We can be less controlling by offering our students choices. We can offer our students task choice, product choice, base choice, or topic choice, for example. When we offer our students task choice, we offer them the opportunity of choosing how they are going to do a specific activity or task. Product choice, we offer students the opportunity of choosing how they are going to do this task, all right, but what they are going to deliver at the end of this task. Pace choice, we offer our students the opportunity of discussing how long they are going to take and what they are going to do if they finish early. And topic choice, we offer the students the opportunity, we offer students the opportunity of choosing the topic, the theme of an activity, of a text, of a lesson, and so on and so forth. So by offering students these choices, we are offering them the opportunity of discussing, deciding, interacting, and being responsible for their own learning. For example, task choice, as I said, students decide how they are going to do an activity. This is year 3. In this activity, originally speaking, students have to sketch a logo. However, you can offer them 2 more choices. So by offering them 2 or 3 choices, you are allowing them to decide which one is best for them, which one suits them best, which one has to do more with them, and ultimately which one is going to lead them to the final product. So here we have some ideas. So students can draw as the activity suggests, or they can paint. They can paint on a board, they can paint on a cardboard, or they can use paint instead of coloring pencils, right? And students can also design a logo in an app or on the computer, right? So students will pick and choose the one that is most suitable for them. Now, the idea is that the activity remains the same. The nature of the activity remains the same, but you just change and offer the students the opportunity of choosing how they are going to do it, okay? Another example here, we have year 8, and in this activity, students have a multiple choice question. So students have to choose 1 out of 2 options. So for example, here in number 1, some teenagers get pocket money or coins every week from their parents. Of course, it's pocket money, right? However, you may have students who think this is too easy. I mean, it's too simple. It's not challenging enough. I want something more challenging. So you offer them the opportunity of choosing 5 words and make sentences, or choosing 3 pairs and explain the difference. Now, by doing this, not only are you catering for students' needs and wants, but you're also catering for students you're also catering for multi-level groups. So if I am a student at a multi-level group and I'm not very, I don't feel confident about my English, what do I choose? Of course, I'm going to choose the circling part, right? However, if I have already studied English, I feel comfortable with the English, I mean, circling is too easy for me, I'm going to go for the most challenging one, which is choosing three pairs and explaining the difference, right? So not only here are you catering for students' wants, but you're also catering for students' realities and needs, maybe, okay? So differentiation here is also worked on if you offer students choice, not only autonomy, okay? In terms of product choice, you have your students choose the final product of the task. So for example, in this activity, this is a Kinder 3 activity, students have to produce a drawing. This is the drawing is the final product, right? Now, you can also have them deliver a mimic play, for example, or a collage, right? Now, this may sound weird, but how are they going to do a mimic play? Well, they have to talk about what they want, they like to do, right? And they can do it by mimicking what they like to do. And then the whole group has to guess what it is, right? So they can have a mimic game or mimic play at the end of the activity as a final product, okay? Now, again, students will choose whichever suits them most and whichever suits their talents as well, right? So some students are more talented with their bodies, or others are more talented by drawing, others are more talented by collaging. So they are going to choose whichever is suits their talents more. Okay. Another example of product choice is this one here. This is High Plus Ensino Médio, as you can see, right? And in these activities, it's also a very simple activity. Students have to choose which activities can be done by robots as well, not by humans and robots. Robots can do as well. Well, again, you can have students only identify the activities orally. Okay, robots can speak a language, they can solve problems, right? Students just identify and say it. This is the final product. Or again, you can have them mimic a robot and what they can do, right? And last but not least, this is a bit more this is a richer activity, let's put it this way, because it's a more complex activity. Students who do some research on which activities robots can actually do with sources, right? So this is also another possibility. So students, they pick and choose the one that they like best. Now, again, we are catering not only for autonomy, but also for differentiation in terms of language differentiation, in terms of talents, and so on and so forth, okay? And pace choice is about having your students choose the duration of an activity and what can be done if the activity finishes early, yeah? So, for example, in this activity, students have, this is interplay +2, students have to finish the Pinocchio, right? They have had the story about Pinocchio, now they have to finish it up. You only have the notes, as you can see, and students have to finish it up. Now, we can negotiate the time with students. So how many minutes do you think you're going to need? 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Remember, this is interplay +2. So students are very, very young. So they may not have a time frame, a structured time frame in their mind. So you need to help them, right? So but again, you negotiate time with them, and you also negotiate if they finish early. So if you finish early, not only will you have to 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 finish the Pinocchio, but you also have to color it. Okay, so don't forget, you draw it and then you color it. If you finish early, you still have time to do it. So negotiate time and backup tasks with your students. And last but not least, we have topic choice, which is allowing your students to decide on the theme of the topic of a specific lesson, activity, text, so on and so forth. Now, for this is a video and podcast creation lesson 3, year 8. And in this lesson, they are going to start understanding what a music podcast is all about. You have a video and everything, but you can offer them the opportunity of listening to different music podcasts. Not only the ones that are there, right, but the ones they decide to. For example, a podcast on jazz, a podcast on rock, according to their styles and likes. So you offer them this opportunity of choosing the topic of the podcast they are going to listen to and work on. All right? And last but not least, let it go. Let it go, guys. I know as teachers, we tend to be more controlling. We want to control the environment, our students, because, by controlling them, the class goes as we want them, as we want it to. However, guys, control is a very abstract and relative concept. We do not have control over anything and anyone. And if we try to, this person, we will lose this person. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. So we don't want to lose our students. So how can we offer them the tools, right, to continue learning, to be motivated, and to helping one another? Only by listening to them, by allowing them to actively take part in the lesson and in the decisions of the lesson, and also by allowing them to build the lesson with you. So let it go, just like Elsa, let it go.